14 inmates at the Sunyani Prisons have been discharged after their cases were heard by an in-prison mobile court sitting. But the chairman of the National Remand Review Task Force, Mr. Justice Clemence Honyenugah, is not happy about the conduct of some policemen and investigators who refuse to cooperate with the Justice for All program. He says the behavior of these men in uniform defeats the purpose of the program, which is to provide justice to remand prisoners in the country.
Most of the remand prisoners who appeared before the Justice for All program complained about the unwillingness of police investigators to process them either for the main courts or for the Justice for All program. The inmates allegedly accused the investigators of undermining the Justice for All program by either absenting themselves on the day they are supposed to appear in court, or they deliberately misplace their dockets. This leads to delays for their cases to be heard. This problem has been one of the biggest challenges to the Justice for All program.
A problem that we've been grappling with, that's in connection with bail for the inmates. When we came here today and after the sitting, it was noticed that most of the applications that were granted for bail, the shorties are just around. So they quickly signed the bail bond and the applicants are going home. Unlike in other, most of the other prisons that we visited, whereby the problem had always been with bail having been granted to some of them, and then they remain in prison. And because the police investigators have not been cooperating, but in this prison today, we have seen the opposite.
The chairman of the National Remand Review Task Force, Justice Clemence Honyenugah, said the Justice for All program was created to ensure the speedy delivery of justice to deserving persons. He asked major players to fully collaborate and make the program work.
We want to send a strong signal that before any institution or any body or persons or group or persons want to criticize the program, they must be very sure of their facts before coming out into the public domain. See, because it is very demoralizing to put in a lot of hard work and then somebody will sit somewhere and only criticize.
At the Sunyani sitting, 14 remand inmates were discharged, 30 were granted bail, and 3 other persons were convicted and sentenced. 21 applications were refused, while 4 other inmates were referred for psychiatric treatments. The Sunyani prison has the capacity to house about 400 inmates, but currently has over 900 inmates, a situation leading to congestion at the facility.
The remand statistics since 2000 or from 2007, when they introduced the Justice for All program by the state, stood around 33%. And as we're talking with you now, the remand population is somewhere around 13%. And so you can see that there has been a remarkable reduction in the population here. Nevertheless, it's true that the congestion in prison still remains. And it is because the convict population is also increasing.